He is Ross Tucker, CBS Sports Westwood One NFL CBS analyst and a contributor to the show all year round. He hosts the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Follow him on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. Ross will be the color analyst on Talk Sport UK Radio Super Bowl 60. Yeah. Ross Tucker. Look at that. Yeah. Nobody loves Princeton football quite like you do.
It's mainly a branding thing. I think we've talked about this, but if you can't be as funny as Frank Caliendo, or as good at football as Steve Young, or as successful on the radio as Mad Dog, you might as well have something going for you.
So that's it.
I'm the former Princeton guy. Because that's not, like, if you said something to people like, "Who's Ross Tucker?" That's what they'll remember. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy that fills in for Dan Patrick sometimes. I like him on Westwood One. Harvard guy, right?"
But Ivy League,
like that.
Ivy League.
Yeah.
How did you do on the Wonderlic?
Pretty well, yeah. In fact, I remember talking with my agent about this. He said, "Do well, but don't do too well." Because they can almost hold it against you if they want you to be a smart football player. They don't want you to think you're smarter than they are.
Okay.
You know?
Well,
that's like a real thing. Ask Fitzpatrick about that.
Yeah, no, he's talked about that.
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick did say, you don't want somebody who's smarter than the offensive coordinator if you're the quarterback of the team or the head coach.
Right, but I always think that that's flawed. Like, just because I'm pretty confident, Dan, I was smarter than most of the offensive line coaches I had, but that didn't mean I went over the authority. There's a chain of command there, and just because, maybe I had different opinions or thought differently, I was never in a position where I was saying, "Well, actually, coach, we should do this." Like, it's not, it doesn't work that way.
Could you have been the next Larry Allen, but you dumbed yourself down so you wouldn't be great?
No, but I met a Cowboys fan last night, and I was telling him this story. I don't know why they did this, but I started the last 7 games at left guard for the Cowboys in 2002.
So you're next to...
No, Larry was hurt.
Oh.
This is when they had moved Larry to left guard. So Larry was hurt, and he was questionable. For some reason, they wanted to keep playing games, so he was questionable like the first 3 or 4 weeks. Dan, you have never seen people so happy to see me as the D lineman every week. I mean, it was not good for my confidence. They're like, "Oh, Tuck, thank God it's you, man. Thank God it's you." I was like, "Dude, come on. Like, we're competing against each other today. Don't, like..."
And you can make a case Larry Allen is the greatest offensive lineman in history.
You can. I would say I can't think off the top of my head of a more powerful or physically dominant offensive lineman. I don't know if he had the long-term consistency of an Anthony Munoz or some of these other guys, but man, Dan, he did stuff to guys in the NFL that we all did to guys in high school. Like in high school, you could like get underneath a guy and drive him and dump him on the ground. That just doesn't happen in the NFL. I mean, almost never, because those guys are so good. He did that consistently. Now, he also was a little bit of a home run hitter. Like, he could miss sometimes, but it was worth it to him to try to hit one out of the park. By the way, it's unbelievable. When I got here, I thought they painted this Dan Patrick on.
You thought that was permanent at the ballpark? No.
Wonderlic.
Yeah, that. Yeah, you're right, Paulie. And you did well on the Wonderlic, huh? Can't fool you. Okay. Do you think there's a Patriot bias this year with the voters?
I think 2 things. I think on some level, I'm sure that there are some voters that are holding the cheating scandals against them. But I really do think the more people I talk to about this, it feels like a flawed process. If you're someone that's been part of the Hall of Fame for 20 years, 30 years, you have fought so hard to get guys like Kenny Anderson and L.C. Greenwood from the 70s on the ballot, to give them a chance to get in, right? They're finally there. And then how do you decide, am I going to vote for Kenny Anderson, who was really productive for the Bengals in the 70s and early 80s, or the owner for the Patriots, or the coach for the Patriots? I'm not sure. I think they were well-intentioned doing it this way. The way they used to do it, where it was like 2 seniors guys, and then they would alternate contributor 1 year, coach the next, contributor 1 year, coach the next. If they kept the old process, Belichick would have gotten in the first time he was the coach, and Kraft, I think, would have gotten in the first time he was a contributor. But now that it's this convoluted system where you're comparing them to these players, this is the only chance these players have. You know, this is the only, and by the way, it makes me think, we're here in San Francisco. Is it not weird? I got a potential poll question for you guys. Is it not weird that in almost 40 years, no other player has tried to run the ball like Roger Craig did? Remember, Dan, like the high knees, and he would like knee guys in the chin? How is it possible? He might get in the Hall of Fame this year, and for 40 years, nobody else has even tried that? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but nobody runs like Eric Dickerson.
It's true. Or on some level, Shady McCoy or Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
That might be the only position I can think of in the NFL where guys can truly have unique, distinctive styles that you can't look. Barry Sanders, obviously, you can't really remember another guy doing it just the way they did.
Ross Tucker on loan from CBS, Westwood One, and part of the Super Bowl 60 coverage in England, on the radio in England. Now, is it the like Scotland and Ireland and England, Wales? Like, how big are you going to be?
Well, it's the entire UK.
Wow.
So now would be a good time for me to have probably looked up what that exactly means. Okay, Fritzy, do you know who makes up the UK? What countries make up the UK?
I don't. I know England's involved.
Okay, you got England. Good. Scotland?
Okay.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, I think Scotland.
Any part of Ireland?
Wales
Go ahead,
situation?
Paulie.
Yeah.
And Northern Ireland.
That's right.
Can't leave
That's
them
right.
out.
So I didn't know this, Dan, but evidently Talk Sport in the UK, it's not just like the Westwood One, but because the UK geographic area is smaller, it's like the only sports talk radio over there. It's for the whole country. So it's basically the Dan Patrick Show and Westwood One combined into one. And the two things, I had Will Gavin, the play-by-play guy, the British guy with the beard, on my show. The two things he said that I thought were interesting. Last year, they got over 4 million viewers for the Super Bowl. This is 11:30 p.m. to 3 a.m. and well over 100,000 listeners. Because I'm thinking, I think I told you this last time, who's listening on the, if you like the Super Bowl, who's listening on the radio at 2 a.m.? But it's like truck drivers, Uber drivers, taxi, all those kind of people. And last year was the second year in a row. It was the #1 sick day in the UK. And I don't know why I get like a sense of pride about that, but I love that the day after the American Super Bowl, the NFL Super Bowl, is the #1 sick day in the UK. They're learning, Dan.
It's going to be big for your profile.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
No, this is going to be big. Maybe the King of England will be listening.
Maybe I'll be knighted.
Yes, Todd.
Are you encouraged to speak in a British accent? Like, oh, I say, oh, chap, that was quite the pass rush.
I have my daughter was in Mary Poppins, so I've been practicing it. I have the worst, I think it's kind of Australian when it comes out. I don't even know. I have the worst.
How about we don't go there?
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
He has enough British accent, the play-by-play guy, for both of us. He is electric. And evidently, I think you're going to be able to stream our booth cam. So we got a lot going for us. Number one, it's going to be dynamic. Number two, he might be the first play-by-play guy I've ever worked with that weighs more than me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to play O-line, D-line over there. He's a lot of kilos. I don't know how many kilos, but he's a decent amount of kilos.
Or is it stones?
Yeah, what's stones?
Or is that the height? The stones? Or
I don't know. What is stones?
Because it's hands as horses, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like 15 hands.
yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The Drake Maye, Paulie.
Stones is equal to 14 pounds here in the U.S.
Okay.
Back to you.
But where do they do stones?
It's old school measurements in the U.K.
In the UK, okay.
All right, there you go. The Drake Maye issue. I know that we're kind of looking for any kind of storylines in his shoulder, and then all of a sudden he's getting healthier. I don't know if this is a big deal or not, or maybe we're making it a bigger deal because there's nothing else to really talk about that has to do with the game.
I think it is a deal. I don't know if it's a big deal, although I was watching videos of him last night at opening night, and I was there, by the way. Very interesting. By far the most subdued opening night I've ever been to. And maybe it was because it's in San Jose, and most people are staying up here, but I would say half the attendance that it normally has. So I don't know how much of that is because it was San Jose or because maybe there's not quite as much buzz about this Super Bowl. But if you watch the videos, okay, Drake Maye is like this, talking with people, and his left arm is like really demonstrative, and he's not moving this an inch. Not an inch. Now, maybe that's just like his natural thing, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of, there you go. I feel like I'm kind of a both hands thing, or even if I'm moving my left hand as I'm talking, there's still some movement over here. It was like it looked awkward. Like, and that my brothers are the guys I look up to, and I'm thinking, is that like that doesn't seem natural.
This could be breaking news here. Like this demonstration right
nobody
now.
has the sounder out here, do we?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then we talked about the image upgrade if Sam Darnold wins.
Oh,
Does that wipe away everything?
yes, it does. He's our king, Dan. He's the king of the 5-team club. There's not many of us that have played for 5 teams. Okay, he like. I'm not rooting for anyone because I'm calling the game and I'm crazy objective and I would never, ever do that.
Of course not.
However, I will be very happy for Sam Darnold and fellow members of the 5-team club if he gets it done. I like people in life that overcome adversity, and I like people that just...
Oh, you do? You don't like people who can't overcome it? Wow. You root against the people?
If you're out there in life and you're struggling with adversity and you can't overcome it, I hate you. I'm rooting against you.
That sounds like something Todd would do. And I root against these people overcoming adversity.
I'm a negative. I skew negative sometimes.
No, but I'm thrilled for him. And what I like is when guys take a blowtorch to lazy narratives. You know, I'll give you like when Marvin Lewis was the coach of the Bengals, I was dying for him to win a playoff game, just so the people that don't really follow the sport could stop saying, "Yeah, I mean, tell me when he wins a playoff game." You know, and I think Darnold's kind of already done that because it was always, "Wake me up when he wins a big game," or "Let me know when he plays." Dan, they don't win that game in the NFC Championship unless he plays really, really well. I thought that they might be able to win it with him just being along for the ride. No, he had to play awesome, and he did, which makes it all the sweeter. And I love the way he's embracing it. I don't know if I fully believe him when he says, you know, I enjoyed my time with the Jets and the Panthers, and all of it led to where I am here. Yeah, I don't think I'd be saying about some of the teams that cut me, okay? Like, I don't feel that way about some of the teams that let me go, at least not if I was talking with you guys privately. So I wonder if he really feels that way or not, but I appreciate how classy he's being with his process and those former teams. He could really say, "See, Jets? See, Jets, you should have stuck with me. See, I'm a Super Bowl quarterback," but he's not going that way at all.
Maybe Sunday night, late Sunday night, he could say that. But that's not him. That's not Sam.
No.
He's Ross Tucker. He roots against people trying to overcome adversity. It's great to see you.
Always.
Have fun on Sunday night and make America proud when you're over there, okay?
Oh, yeah, that feels like pressure now. Like, I don't want people to think, "Oh, look at this American, he's terrible."
Well, just don't kind of color outside the lines. Don't do Fritzy stuff.
Why does the Coke and Sprite cooler over there have Miller Lite in it?
Because I like beer. I got secondhand smoke. I got Miller Lite today.
I love that you labeled it Coke and Sprite. And I opened it. Opened it.
Yeah.
And it's just Miller Lights.
Yeah, and it's beer.
That's what we did in high school, Dan.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just like high school.
Yeah.
When we were 21 already.
Thank you, bud.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. The great Ross Tucker, everybody. CBS Sports, Westwood 1, and the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Take a break. Play of the day up next.